I don't want my crypto on a cold wallet. I want an institutional custody. That's how I get my peace of mind. A lot of people are comfortable holding $500,000, $1 million, $2 million. I've even seen like $3 million on their ledger or their device, and people are okay with that. They're like, all right, like I'm taking it with me everywhere I go, and I'm not leaving it out anywhere, and I'm like super secure with my stuff. When you get to like 10 million, 20 million, 50 million, $100 million, you're not keeping that on a ledger. And if you are, you're a crazy cowboy. Okay? You just, like, that is a lot of risk. And cool, if you're self-sovereign and, you know, not your keys, not your crypto, and that's how your life is, awesome. For me, I am not that cool about that much money. Okay? I want institutional custody. I want to hold my assets in the same place that BlackRock's holding theirs, that's like Fort Knox, secure, insured, segregated, bankruptcy remote, all the stuff. They're still my assets. I control them. I tell them what to do with them. I have opportunities that I'm not going to get anywhere else if I've got it there. That's how I look at it. I think the way that other people look at it is they've got 6 figures or 7 figures on their cold wallet, and they're very comfortable holding that and using DeFi and risking a little bit here and there and borrowing against a little bit, Nave and Compound. And the vision for their life might just be a little bit smaller. And there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. Everybody has their own vision for their life. I'm not hating on anybody's hustle. I just have a big vision, okay, for what I want to accomplish and what I want to do. And so for me, institutional custody is a component of that, and that's why we built what we did. We have many clients that still hold some assets over with other exchanges or brokers, some on a cold wallet, and then a portion in institutional custody. I think that's great, right? Now you've got some diversification. Maybe you got your long-term bag in institutional custody, you got your trading bag, and you've got another bag that you're going to sell or do something else with, blend against, play with DeFi, do some other stuff with. Nothing wrong with that, okay? For me, you know, you might look at my situation and say, you're super risky. On things that I have high conviction on, I will take a lot of risk. Things that I don't have a lot of conviction on, I'm not taking the risk. I've had to manage 12 wallets before. I don't want to do that because that's the level of risk tolerance that I have for how much I was willing to hold on each wallet. I'm not managing all those seed phrases. My wife, it would be. Clarity Act's not going to matter for XRP. It doesn't matter. XRP already has clarity. The rest of the industry needs clarity. So, you know, if you believe that the rest of the industry getting adoption is what it's going to take for XRP to go, then sure. That's not my opinion. My opinion is XRP in and of itself is not a security. We know from FinCEN that it's a currency. It's regulated on Bitnomial as a commodity. It has clarity around tax law, how it's used. Counterparties know how to use it, how it can be implemented. Brad said the other day, like, all they got to do is walk through the door. It's already ready. So I don't think we need it. I think we're going to see price appreciation on XRP before the Clarity Act gets passed. It might be right before. It's still going to be before. So that's, you know, I'm pretty confident that all this stuff is going to play out, though. Otherwise, I wouldn't continue to come on here and talk about it, or I would tell you I'd change my mind. When we see a move, you could also look at natural gas. When we see a move that's somewhere between 15 and 25% in a very short period of time, we're already up 11 or 12% right now. We need another move very similar to that in the next day or two. When we see that, the Bank of Japan is going to have to act. They're going to have too much inflation in their economy. They're already walking on a razor's edge. This is the exact situation that gives them a scapegoat to raise interest rates and do what they need to do. I think at that point we will see an emergency meeting. So if it's longer and they can, you know, navigate this, if it's drawn out, it's not going to have the same effect, and they're probably not going to have to do it as rapidly. They probably wouldn't have an emergency meeting. But if we do see another big move higher in oil, this evening or tomorrow, when I say big move, you know, at least a 10% move in a short period of time, they will have to act.